Hi, David Vizard here, and this is a video I was hoping I wouldn't have to make. No grandiose introduction, just an explanation of why I haven't appeared on video for nearly a month. For all intents, it's a mixture of an apology, a problem of conscience, and lastly, a failure to keep my now many subscribers informed, as well they should be. So, here's the situation, and I hope that it gives me a viable, how shall I say, route to show that I haven't forgotten you guys. And let me just stop there. Right, let me explain what has gone wrong this end. About 6 or 7 weeks ago, my chronic arthritis in my back, suddenly the medication for it wore off and I was virtually a cripple. Terrible pain. Now, my arthritis specialist gives me an injection that, unfortunately, it affects my diabetes, my blood pressure, and several other things, right? But usually I expect this, and I've got a measure of control, but I'm still a bit wonky for a couple of weeks. Anyway, I went over to see him. That was a Thursday, and it turns out that the injections he gets a specialist in for, and he does it every Wednesday. So I had to make last a week. But he gave me lots of pain pills. They kind of did the job and made it burial, but boy, I sure was wonky. Brain not functioning, bumping into things, right? So basically I was bedridden. I had to hang on to everything just to get to the bathroom. Now, went there, got my injection. Bless my soul, I had the worst reaction to it you can possibly imagine. My blood sugar went totally haywire. One moment I was in critical condition, the next moment I was short of food. And I was juggling this sudden spikes and that with injections, sometimes as many as 6 times a day, little bits like this, because even if I gave myself a little injection, it could drop like a rock and I'd have to eat something, right? So it was like trying to play badminton with 3 guys the other side and just me. Not good. Also, my blood pressure. I'm on blood pressure medication for ages now. That went up the Swanee as well. With all that, my state of health was dubious, to say the least. And I'm only just now getting back on my feet. You'll get an idea of how bad this is. I've even had to put my 2.3 Mustang project on hold. Where am I at with it? Well, I've got a new upgraded turbo coming. I've got a ported head that Charlie's doing for me, and I'm letting him down on that big time. Sorry, Charlie. I'm letting him down by not getting the stuff he needs to complete it. So sorry about that, Charlie. I'll make an effort the next couple of days. What else? My studio that I'm building is way behind schedule, and I've got guests piled up that you will definitely want to see on this when the studio's done. And my new grinding room, well, that's almost finished, but almost isn't good enough yet. So things haven't been good. But anyway, that's life. it is what it is. What with this and the huge crash in subscription, comment and likes rate has caused me to lose a lot of money from lack of work. It'd be great if you guys could subscribe, comment and like, because that all will build up my ability to get circulation through the YouTube algorithm, right? And the other thing is that my Mustang project's going to be slowed down a whole bunch. I've got to get brakes for it and things like this, and this last 6 weeks I'm out of pocket by over 10 grand. I do all right, but I cannot afford 10 grand at a time, right? I have enough medical expenses as it is. 10 grand's not good. So please do me a favor, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share, etc., and help me out if you can, right? I need those votes of confidence from you guys. Now, I think that's a viable reason for being late on this, but what I want you to do is do me a favor. When I come out with my proper number 200 video, yeah, 200, I want you to please, I know it'll be out of date, but please watch it, because there is stuff in there that I don't care who you are. You can be a pro stock engine builder. Maybe some of the pro stock engine builders will comment on this, that you will never have ever seen before from anyone on the face of the planet. Anyone wants to argue, and of course I know one who will argue, and that's probably John Schmidt, right? He always argues. It doesn't matter what I put up there, he will argue, even if his argument is what I've just said, right? He argues with it. If I said, I am black and blue and red, he would say, no, you're not. You're red, blue and black. And he'll make a point out of it, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Phew. Anyway, John, please don't comment. I don't have time for silly jokes here, right? So, please watch that video. Now, anyone who has got a valid argument, and I mean valid, and I want you to think about it really hard, because that's what I've done in producing this program. All told, I started this probably about 1988 for real. So it's been on the go to maybe a couple of years ago. And what we're doing now is actually honing the actual program that you're going to watch. And that's mostly Stan's work, right? So thanks to Stan for that. But anyway, now you know where I'm at now. And guys, I'm trying to get back up to speed so that I can, how shall I say, nurture your desire for performance that you can afford. Well, one more thing with that program, right? You'll find that as you go through it, there'll be relevant events where it points out that Eric can be the source for the solution to your problem, right? The program will tell you what you want and you can't find it. If it's not on the program, it's not generally available. But Eric will supply the solution. So I want you to watch it all the way through. And Eric, I hope this works for you, because I put a lot of effort into it, and right now it looks like most of that's gone down the toilet. Please do me a favor and watch this program. I should point out that for my regular readers, that Eric, it was a key factor in me finishing my LS cam prediction program. Doesn't tell you what parts you've got to use, it just tells you what you need for camshaft events. But we'll get around to expanding that. Now, here's the deal. All of the cylinder heads that you'll see mentioned in this, you can get from Eric, right? I believe he will price match anything out there, or more or less, but you'll also have the benefit of buying a cylinder head for a company, small although it may be, that actually puts back into the industry and back in for subscribers to his channel and my channel information that he gains. How many do that? Not many. So I want you to support Eric for all you're worth. Well, just before this break, all the videoing was done from yesterday. Now it's the following day. Haven't had a wink of sleep since then. In fact, I've now been up for 40 hours without having any sleep. So, needless to say, I might look a bit dozy. Now, I don't know if I've got many more excuses to put forward here, but I want to thank you all for your patience, and don't forget, we got to get that many for Eric. So let me leave you with that there, and I will see you on my new video just as soon as possible. Thank you.